Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. Joined as always by Mick and Age. Boys, how are we going?
Not going to lie, Jim, a bit rusty from the long weekend hangover. I woke up on Tuesday morning and I felt so shit.
Tell me about it.
I think I snoozed about 4 times, which is one more than usual.
One more than usual.
Yeah, so not the best. How are you, Mick?
Yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
It's very flat.
It's been
flattening.
a big weekend. Like
it has been.
I've seen you three days in a row on the weekend. So I
Friday,
needed a
Saturday,
break from
Sunday.
you on Monday.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday comes along and we do it all again.
I think we saw each other Tuesday, Wednesday, break Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Non-stop.
But we turn up for the patrollers because that's the reason we're here. And we're going to bring
love
some
yous.
energy.
Yeah.
Wake you up from your long weekend hangover. So shake it off, boys. Let's review our weekend and we'll get on to some beautiful podcasting.
Okay, so Friday night, boys, after work, we all met at Slim's Rooftop Bar.
We did.
And we met TBC Live owner Kyle.
Yep.
Great bloke. Shouted us
Great
the whole
man.
night. Thank you, Kyle.
And he's
very appreciative.
He's a very good mate, Ellie.
Yes, Ellie.
Yambino on TBC
Yambino.
Live.
If you're on the app, you might recognise Yambino, the
Yeah.
name.
We thought we were
Yambino's
cast.
cast.
Yambino's cast.
Well, we thought we were cast. Kyle and Bino were cast.
Yeah.
We're all cast.
So together, we're the TBC Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
100%.
the TBC Patrol and we were cast.
We were very cast. Yambino rocks up in a checkered... So I rocked up from work, for
Yeah.
context, in like a button up with like pants tucked in. You guys were making fun of
It
me.
was the worst kid I've seen for a going out performance.
Until you saw Yambino. Yambino rocked up with a checkered collar top and then a suit, which was
blazer,
like stuck in the 80s.
Did look good though.
He did look fresh. I actually reckon that you were worse dressed by far.
Really?
Yeah, not even close.
Oh, I must have looked shit then.
Yeah, you looked bad. No fresh fade.
Jesus.
No
I
shaved
had a
beard.
shocking beard.
Yeah.
But I've scrubbed up all right now, don't you reckon? Fresh
Yeah.
fade. You too, Jim?
Yeah, no, it is.
And then we went to...
Where's your fade, Mick?
Oh, I don't do fades. I don't suit it that much. But we went to Goro's next, and probably the most traumatizing thing happened to me in my life. I was tired. It's been a long day. I had a work event before. Been drinking for a while. I'm at the club. It's probably like just after midnight,
Yeah.
and I'm tired. So I yawn. As I'm yawning, some random fucking bloke comes over and sticks his finger in my mouth.
No, he
and,
doesn't.
And fiddles it around like that.
No, he doesn't.
And I like in the moment.
When was this?
Oh, it was after midnight. I don't think you saw
Is
it.
that why you were pissed off?
Oh yeah, I was off it. Anyway, I just looked at him. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, you yawned. You were tired." I was like, and I almost froze. I was about to step forward and just like I don't know.
We're going to swing at him, Mick.
I have no idea what I was going to do, but I was fucking raging. I was like,
Yeah.
Who does that?
"Who does that?" And his mate
random.
like stopped him. And was like, "Oh, sorry, just like leave him." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let him go. If he does it again, trouble."
Then we're on.
So yeah, fucking that pissed me off. You know what pissed me off more? I woke up Saturday a bit sick, and I was like, oh, that motherfucker. I was burning all morning. If you
About
see me,
him?
yeah, I was in bed. I was just like, fuck, I should have got those glasses off his head and snuffed him. Fuck. Yeah. So
So
that was
this guy rolled you.
That
What
rolled
about
me.
before we went to Slim's? You got rolled. Actually, after we were leaving Slim's to Goro's, you got rolled by Panda.
Panda. Panda didn't pay.
Like the Panda machine, pokies. You guys love it.
Don't love it.
We don't love it. But look, it's tough. Love-hate relationship with the panda.
Panda paid last week. Panda doesn't pay this week. That's it.
He wasn't hungry.
No, he wasn't. You fed him, but he didn't want it.
No.
Didn't want to borrow it.
But we're still profitable from the Panda.
We are
so
definitely.
that's fine. As long as you're profitable from a Panda, you're thriving.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Saturday, AFLGF.
What a grand final. It's
a
probably my
game.
first AFL game I watched all year.
Yeah. Well, it was the best one.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, it was so good. Close the whole match, back and forth.
Yeah.
Always kept us intrigued. What, the Newmarket watching that?
So we had our Supercoach day. Jimmy got his forfeit tattoo, donkey on the ass.
I did.
Fair play, Jim. Video coming probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's actually disgusting. It's the worst donkey ever. Stay tuned.
Like I
Very
think it's a
cute.
mix between like a donkey, a goat, and a horse. So like
Bro,
he's got it
all
away.
three.
I think the
bro.
tattoo artist thought it was a goat. She started drawing a goat.
Well, mate, whatever she did, she did a good job.
It matches the picture you showed us that you were gonna get.
Yeah.
So
it's
that's
the
fine.
complete same.
Yeah, so she's a good tattoo artist.
It's so cast, that donkey.
It's very
actually very
cast.
good.
It's fucked.
But before leaving the Newmarket, Jimmy probably has the best moment of his life.
The best moment of the night, I peaked here.
You picked. That was the best.
This was when I
He
peaked. And then
Yeah, you were so dead after it.
but
This was you were flying. Go,
Yeah.
tell us, Mick.
Basically, we're punting the whole day watching the AFL Grand Final. Punting on Dabble, obviously the best betting app.
Of course.
And Jimmy's tipping donkeys left, right, and centre. He has a few good ones here and there.
Mate, I wasn't tipping donkeys. I gave everyone a $7 winner and a $10 winner. No one got on.
My problem was Jimmy would get up and go watch the races in another room.
He didn't want to watch it on the phone.
He wouldn't watch it on the phone.
You go watch
I don't hear the late mail tip that I go on about every week. And he comes back and goes, I got it. I go,
Like, did you get on? You're like, no, you didn't tip us anything.
didn't tell me.
Oh, I got on $10.
But basically, I had a bet riding in Collingwood 1-39. I was like, all right, if this pays out, I'll just cash out, pay for a bit of a big dinner because we had a massive dinner.
Yeah.
As we were leaving, Jimmy just kept saying, this is the multi. Who was the first horse?
It was, Does it in Morpeth?
Yep. And he goes, Ant-Man. Ant-Man's going to win. I go,
Airman.
Yeah. But in my head, he was saying Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man the whole time. I go, oh, that's mad. Marvel character. Then when I went to go find this horse on on my phone, I was like, where the fuck's Ant-Man? He goes, no, it's Ant-Man. I was like, $3.80? You're kidding. Yeah. So I rolled some of the winnings from Collingwood 1-39 at one.
Easiest watch ever.
I
put on the story. You, Jimmy, you were celebrating at the 100-meter mark.
Mate, as soon as he hit the front, it was over.
It was over.
That's
no one was
ballsy.
making
You turned
ground.
around, you were hugging. I'm like, fuck, there's 100 left. But
So
it's
basically paid for
smoked
our
it.
6 head dinner where we got 3 1.5 kilo tomahawks.
Six
Fuck,
head,
how
very
good was 6 head?
It was very good.
Fuck. It wasn't as expensive as we thought as well. Like
Yeah, because we got that share.
Opera House views, fucking on a mad table, tomahawks.
It was luxury.
It was
blue
very
cocktails, whatever they were.
Fuck, they were good, eh?
They were good. They
What
were
were
so
they?
good. Like there was blue Carrasco in
Yeah,
it. I don't know
whatever
how to
that
say
is.
it.
And like,
I was
And
fucking
there was
Lychee
like
liquor.
lychee, probably vodka.
good, yeah.
Fuck, whatever.
oh,
it
we
was,
smashed
mad.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, free night paid thanks to Airman. Went out partying after that, but we had to get up next day for the NRL Grand Final. And what a Grand Final it was. We'll get into the review later, but what a day.
Mate.
No, I'm lost for words.
I'm lost.
Still to this day.
And before that, we had to go to Mick's sister's birthday again.
Yes, it
She had a
was-
family party.
Did she?
So we had a
Yeah.
mad feed around
It
with
was-
golf
Yeah.
club.
It was non-stop.
Good feed there, steak, and then we drove to Homebush.
Yeah,
you
I
did.
conned him in the car. I was like, bro, it's a bit far. You know, we can't park at Central.
We're gonna catch the train.
Yeah.
How about we just drive? He goes,
Honestly, worked out perfect.
perfect. We got the best
Yeah.
spot in the parking. Got home
Picked
on
up
time.
Jim at Central.
Yeah.
Auntie jumped in the car. Parked in P3 for $30.
Yep.
Thank
Absolutely
you very
rolled him.
much.
Rolled the guy at the gate. He's like, "Where's your ticket? Did you pay?" We're like, "Nah." How much? He's like, $30 flat rate. We're like, "Fuck, you got robbed."
30
bro."
only between 4 people.
He gave us a ticket. We robbed him.
Take it and leave
Straight
it.
gone.
But let's get into the best double wins of the week. So obviously
Yeah.
we put all our bets on double, and it's easy as clicking a copy and putting your bet on.
Guess,
Jimmy,
what,
take
guess
us away.
what, Mick? I've actually got a better segment, and I'm going to interrupt this
Oh no!
because
Here
it
we
relates
go.
to our weekend.
Oh God!
Here are the long weekend stats that you need to know.
No.
The Cast Patrol have ended up at Goro's on the last 4 weekends out.
Have it?
Have they?
They have.
How?
Every time we go out on the weekend, we end up at Goro's.
So in the last 4 weekend outings together,
Yep.
we ended up Goros.
We ended up at Goro's. That is a new spot.
It's been getting a run.
So if you want to see us, just
Go to
make your way to Goro's.
yeah.
All right. Jimmy executed the same dance move 178 times over 2 nights.
Only I thought more.
In a row, consecutive. The same move.
Stand like a tree
So
and do nothing.
stand like a tree, one drink in the hand, and then like the hand up, like just like
That's
vibe into
good.
the music. Do you have any other moves?
Mate, that's just my go-to.
That is.
I thought it would have been more than 178 though, but that's fair.
Yeah, nah, maybe it's unders. I consumed an average of 5,000 calories per day due to Macca's, 6 Head, and Randwick Golf Club.
5,000.
Do you think that's fair? The average calories for a male in Australia is about 3,000.
So you reckon you did 5 over the
Oh,
3
with
days?
with the drinks, yeah, close.
Yeah, with the drinks.
You don't
over the
compare
so
it.
5 day 5
5 on
Ks
average. So,
each day.
yeah, one might have been 10, one might have been 0.
Fucking hell.
But that's what I've worked out.
Yeah.
1 in 6 people will end up in a meat coma after eating the tomahawk steak at 6 Head.
Steak coma.
That is true.
Steak
true.
coma.
I
Mick, do you want to
ended-
spin this yarn?
I ended up in a meat coma. It was just too much steak in my stomach.
Bro.
I drank a fair bit, and I ended up leaving the club, and I was like, I'm so sober because all the meat just soaked it up.
Yeah, it got to a point in the night where I think I was just stone cold sober and I was like, I actually can't. I'm so tired.
When we got to Cargo, Mick's like, I'm going to fucking tacky. Or was it Argyle?
Argyle. I was like, I need to vomit. This
Oh,
is
So I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
to tacky. You're like, nah, don't tacky. You just
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
tomahawk,
yeah.
I
bro.
was, I
Crossed an arm
knew
and a
to get
leg.
out. But yeah, it ended up passing. But
And the last stat, Auntie messaged his girlfriend 80 times during the 3 hours on the dance floor. Boys, that's an average of 1 message every 2.5 minutes.
I'd say that's accurate.
I reckon that's
Yeah?
accurate.
He's worst performer of the weekend.
The whole time on the thing, messaging your misso.
And he gave you, what did you do?
Well, Mick said it got to the last point of the night and we're pissed off at him for not dancing with the boys. So we're
Yeah.
like, Mick's like, take his phone. And I was pissed. I was going to do anything. So I snatched his phone. And as soon as I got it, I got the biggest jab straight to my gut. I was full winded.
It was
for like
bad. And then he was
10
looking at me,
minutes.
he's like, where's my phone? I'm like, bro, I don't know.
Well,
I
I
was
was-
like,
yeah.
no, I don't want to
And
borrow
then we all
it.
hit his phone, but like, that was the worst. So far out. I've never copped a punch, so thanks,
Nah,
Auntie.
it's bad.
No,
Your
beautiful.
dog. But yeah, back to the dabble, boys. There was a lot of wins, and we used stats to get them.
Yeah, that's right. Best double wins of the week. We're going to kick off with a few losses because,
Get the losses out of the
get
way.
the losses out of the way.
We'll start slow and bring it up.
That's it. Weekend best bets. Tom Kidden, one leg, 24-1, 36 copies. Thank you, Tom Kidden.
Tom's a cat. That's what I reckon.
He's a cat.
He ruined my
Not sure.
multis.
Look, I'm not sure about Nash's ride, but he's a cat. Anyway, New Zealand best bets. Did a bit of a New Zealand multi. Tokyo Tycoon, one leg, $8, 23 copies.
Seeing a bit of a trend here.
Pies versus Lions grand final, same game multi. Jordan DeGoey, one leg,
One leg again.
$19.
What was he paying, you reckon, that one leg?
He was like $1.50 maybe.
Okay, so it's pretty
Or maybe
likely.
maybe $1.70. I don't know.
He
But
only
anyway,
he only got 18, needed 25 disposals.
didn't get it. 64 copies. Sunday best bets, Kirsten. Shortest leg, $1.70, one leg, 25-1, 60 copies. But now, Mick, your best bet.
I think I'll talk about it later in my acceptance speech when we review the season that it was.
But
you
would you
can
have?
sit on it. It was West Ham clean sheet, Newcastle clean sheet, and Tottenham Hotspurs to win.
But it was West Ham to win with a clean sheet, right?
You win with a clean
Yeah,
sheet.
and then Newcastle win with a clean sheet.
Yeah.
It was.
We'll talk about that later. But that was
That was
juicy.
16-1,
It was juice.
25 copies. NRLW grand final, same game multi. Upton, Knights -3.5, under 48.5.
Fuck, Knights did good to come back there, and it was based on Upton. She's a fucking freak. You
Freak.
can tell why she's a Dally M winner.
But boys, we did it. We hit the fridge of all fridges, the grand final fridge.
We hit the definition of fridge. Moses Leota the motor.
Well done,
How
boys.
good.
$11.
What the fuck was he doing backing up on the inside?
How fast was he?
Mate.
The bloke was flying.
What was he doing backing up?
I think Carrigan and all the others were on a treadmill, and he was just like storming
Bang.
onto
That
it.
just shows you a premiership winning team when your front rower, who's had a whale of a game, one of his best games of all time, is backing up in the 60th minute.
Yeah.
Well,
Criminal.
you know the
Huge.
kitchen's working when the fucking microwave's on, fucking oven's working, your fridge is working
whole-
properly. The whole kitchen, everything's working
That's
together.
true. The fridge
Yeah.
is
and the
working.
fridge, he was fucking working all right.
He was working. So Moses Leota, $11, 12 copies, and then plenty of winners on the weekend as
Yeah,
well.
Mick tipped Cleary to get the Clive. We put that on Dabble.
That was
there
good.
was the two CB4 specials.
Yep, on Friday.
$6.50 winner and
Yep.
a $5 winner.
Friday
Mooney and
Saturday.
Ramwick.
Yep.
There's tips going
Plenty
left,
of
right, and
same
centre.
race
But how do
multis.
you copy these tips?
You head to Double, use the link in our description, sign up using the code CASTPatrol. That's CASTPATROL. Easiest copying
Yeah.
a bet will be on next week's live stream. So get ready, sign up, and get prepared for next week.
But to watch those live streams, you need to be on Dabble.
You need to be
That's
on
it.
Dabble.
So go on
The
the App
best
Store,
betting app on
download
those.
it. You get live streams, you get banter channels, people in there every day of the week, every hour of the day,
Yeah.
and then you got the specials as well. So yeah.
But obviously, best bet, set a deposit limit, and just a reminder, what are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit the website gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Let's get into it. The grand final review. So obviously we were at the game, so we saw a fair bit of the game live. We
Yeah.
were in the corner where Crichton scored, Cleary scored. It was a perfect corner to be in.
Yeah,
It was perfect.
I went home and watched the highlights again because
I
I just
did
couldn't
too.
believe
I
it.
watched the last 20 again. I had to see it.
Yeah, I've been watching the last second half and the whole highlights for the last 2 days. I love it.
So you know it like the back of your hand.
Yeah, what a grand final.
Far out. Would you say it's the best one ever?
I don't know if it's the
Best
best one
ever?
ever, but it's
definitely
It's
up
up
there.
there with one of the
it's
best
up
I've
there for
seen.
sure.
sure.
And I saw 14 and 15 live as well. So I'm still trying to order them all.
It's
Yeah.
hard because of recency bias. We always remember the stuff.
Yeah, that's
that
why I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say anything right now, but I just want to sit on it. But it was fucking
But we
good.
did say it was the two best teams
Yeah.
battling it out. We thought it was going to be defense versus defense. It turned out to be attack versus attack.
Attack versus
There was
attack.
we
no
were wrong.
defense.
We were wrong. The whole week it was like Panthers defense, Panthers defense.
Mate, and they leaked, three
Yeah.
tries in 15 minutes.
But we did say Brizzy's attack was hot, and that's what it was.
was on.
Mam and Walsh, speed kills. But then what happened at the 20th, 60th minute mark?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does anyone know?
Well, I just think Penrith they had the momentum. As soon as
Yeah.
Moses Leota scored, Cleary took the reins by the fucking what do you call it?
Scruff of the neck.
Yeah, scruff of the neck. That's what it was I was looking for.
They
Thanks,
kicked
Jim.
the 40-20.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was just
Try assist to
momentum.
Crichton. Then the try himself.
Went down the field and then
So it was actually the biggest comeback in a grand final of all time. 16 points.
16 points.
Of
yeah,
all
wow.
time.
All time. Biggest comeback.
Fuck, you
Far
think
out.
24-8? Do you reckon the Broncos were like, yeah?
Yeah. Well, we were sitting next to the Broncos supporters and they were given the big ones.
They knew
They
they
were.
won. Well, they thought they won at least.
Well, to be fair, if you were 16 points up in a
In a
grand final,
GF, 20 minutes
come
to go.
on.
Yeah.
Your team,
You're right there.
you're right there.
Well, me and Mick, for reference, had big money on Penrith.
Well, no, I just had a promo that would have won big money. I don't know which promo. You can do the math.
But I had big money on Penrith.
Yeah.
And the whole first half was on the opposite end of the field. So we couldn't see anything, only off the TVs. Second half, Brizzy were attacking, so it was on the opposite end of the field.
Yeah.
When Mam scored that third try, we looked at each other, we're like, do you want to go? Avoid the traffic. Like, I was filthy.
Someone said that, and I was like, "You are."
I was like,
kidding.
how have I cursed this team?
Yeah.
Mam scored a hattie.
It was fucked because in the first half, like Brisbane were just couldn't get out of their own end.
No,
Like,
and then
Penrith were just
they were dominated, but that
Dominated.
try got him back in it.
Flegler's try.
Flegler scoring under the post, big
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if he got that down still. Just
Nah,
quietly.
He got it
did,
down.
He did.
Definitely?
got down.
Definitely, yeah.
I don't know. His hand was there.
Anyway,
Anyway.
but yeah, that try before halftime changed the game. Brisbane come out, bang, bang, bang.
Yep.
3 tries.
Penrith winning 3 in a row. Three-peat, first team since Parramatta in the 80s.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Brisbane, on the other hand, their premiership drought extends to 18 seasons.
And they've copped
Two
two
GFs.
bad losses.
2 bad ones.
Stiff ones
Like
as
really
well.
bad ones.
If you talk about the worst grand final losses, they've copped 2 in the last.
Yeah.
Literally the top 2 in the last 20.
And Reynolds also copped 2, one at South, and both against Penrith.
Oh, he probably
By
has
2
head nods.
points.
Oh, both by 2 points.
And the thing is, this time
But he kicked all his
didn't
goals
miss,
this
yeah,
time.
he didn't miss any goals.
But he missed a tackle on Cleary, which we'd be killing himself over.
I've watched that. I don't know who to blame for that Cleary try at the
It
end.
was just lazy.
Well,
on the
first it
inside.
was Reynolds missed it, and then a Walsh
Walters.
Ricky.
But there was no, like-
Walters, and then Ricky at the end.
Oh, I thought it was Walsh. Maybe it was Walters.
Walsh just came in at the end, but I think,
Yeah. They all missed him.
mate, momentum, it's a powerful thing, momentum.
Powerful.
Especially in rugby league
Oh,
or in
yeah.
any sport, I think.
Where does this Penrith team rank among the best teams in the NRL history?
In history, they're one of the best.
What about NRL
But
era?
It's hard because we haven't seen the likes of Para or the St. George teams.
Well, let's
but-
go from the
Brizzy-
NRL era.
But from the NRL era, I think number one.
One.
Yeah, winning 3 in a row, it's incredible.
Reckon better than the Melbourne team?
Well, they were over the cap, weren't they?
Yeah, they cheated the cap and they never won 3 in a row still.
Yeah, it's true. They got, I think, 4 grand finals in a row, and they get 3 in a row with premierships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good, that Melbourne team, but then you got to factor in
Chooks
they
team
cheated
was
the
good.
cap. Chooks were good, but then there's only 2 years. And this Penrith team could win next year. They'll go in favourites.
Penrith have been in 4 grand finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
3 out of the last 4,
and it's just so impressive that they lose Kyrus out, they lose Kick out, and they're still just a powerhouse. Did they sign Cogger this year? Or am I dreaming?
Yeah, I think they did.
No, I think, they brought
Yeah.
Where'd he come from? Knights?
No, I think he came from the Super League.
Super League. So,
Yeah. He's gone back to Knights.
okay.
Yeah,
He's gone back to
back
Knights
to
now.
Gone back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Knights.
Might even be their starting halfback.
Well,
come.
Cogger, when he came on, fuck, straightened
Yeah.
up their attack good.
Even Cleary said it. He said he opened him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did our ratings that you may have saw, and we underrated Cogger, I think, a fair bit, but that was based on the 80 minutes.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
just his time on the field, he was like an 8 out of 10.
What happened with Luai? Did he actually get hooked?
Yeah, I know he aggravated it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, if you aggravate a shoulder, the momentum's not there. You can't throw a pass properly. You need 100%. Cogger did his job and did it perfectly.
Yeah. But like that was a good move by Cleary to even have Cogger on the bench. Like he's
Yeah.
had Sonny Luke there.
Could have Peachy as well. Like, there
Yeah.
was a few options.
But
But obviously, I think the shoulder for Luai would have been the main factor.
Oh,
for having
100%.
Cogger, Yeah, definitely.
And then, so let's talk about it. Cleary, everyone's saying it's the greatest grand final performance of all time. Joey Johns has come out and said that performance by Nathan Cleary in the last 20 minutes of that game is without a doubt the best performance by a halfback in a grand final. And
Last
that's
20
from the
minutes,
Johns.
agreed.
the full 80?
Yeah.
Full 80,
No,
no.
no.
Because his first 60 was not up to scratch.
No.
He
Not for his
missed those
standards.
2 tackles on Mam.
Yeah.
One on Walsh, one on Mam, led to 2 tries.
Yeah.
And after that, he must
fucking
have been
made up for
filthy.
it.
He must have been like, I owe this team. And then he flicked a switch with a sore knee, apparently.
Yeah, but apparently he's
Which
going to be
he did
out
in
of
the
the
10th
Australian
minute.
squad.
Yeah.
That's if he did that all that with a dodgy knee, that's even more remarkable.
100%.
But it's definitely up there
Oh, for sure. Like in
with like
terms
the
of
best performances.
the impressive part was he literally did it all himself. It was the 40-20. He made the line break, did the try assist to
Set up,
Leota,
yeah.
passed to Crichton, and then scores himself. Like there was nothing on that play. He went short side, steps in, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
scores.
There was
on-
no numbers.
No, and he
Everyone-
kicked all the goals.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah,
Who do you reckon was also good in that game for Penrith?
Crichton, number one. He forced those 2 dropouts, which were crucial.
Scored the try. Leota
Yeah.
was huge, as we mentioned.
the forwards were huge.
Forwards, Fisher Harris as well,
Yeah, Toto was obviously solid coming
as
out of his
usual.
own end.
Kenny was good.
Yep.
The Bash
Yeah.
Bros forwards, yeah.
Edwards, the 300 meters.
Oh, yeah. They all had their glimmers
But
of light.
Cleary won in the game.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like,
yeah.
literally just said, "Give me the ball. I'm going to do this all myself."
Jump on my back.
Yeah.
And then
That's what you have to do as a great halfback.
it is.
But commiserations go to the Broncos. But to be fair to them, they've gone from last place a few years ago under the Seabold era,
Yeah.
and then they go and make a premiership, go within 2 points. Arguably, they would have beat any other team. That's what Guru was saying, at least.
It's a tough pill to
It's
swallow.
tough.
Like they had that in the bag. They choked. You can't really sugarcoat it.
It's a choke.
You know, Panthers were great, but if you're up by 16 points with 17 minutes left, you got to ice the game.
What do you think that they did wrong? Because I'm still trying to work it out because I don't know if they did much wrong. It was just Penrith.
Well, there was a few errors. I can recall Carrigan error.
That was a bad one.
Like an error, missed
Yeah.
tackles. They were just playing a bit safe, I reckon. I think they just tried to preserve the lead. As you would if you're up 16
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
You know?
I don't know. Like it'd be a tough pill to swallow.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Brizzy- for
But the
Brizzy.
good thing is they're all young. One of the youngest teams in the comp.
But they lose a few players. Flegler's
Yeah.
gone. Herbie's gone.
Those
Yeah.
are 2 massive losses.
Big
Like, that's
losses.
big losses.
Big losses. Herbie's a big loss.
Like Herbie was one of their best all year.
Flegler's playing Australia now.
Flegler was
touch
a
on that
beast.
later.
Crazy. But yeah, like you said, they have a young squad. They still got Ezra Mam,
Yeah.
Cobbo,
Walsh,
Walsh, Haas,
obviously.
Younger than
Carrigan.
us. Was he like 22
Only
or something?
thing is, 33-year-old Adam Reynolds slowly slipping out of his prime now.
He's got one more year left.
One more year left. You'd probably say he's probably got 2 years left in him. Max.
Yeah.
3 years. Absolute max. So who they got? Jock Madden there as the incumbent right now?
Jock Madden's there. I'm sure they've got a few youngsters
Hmm.
coming through, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, interesting to see how they go next year. Was this like sort of a one-off or?
Do you see him making?
I see him making the top
I
four.
think
Top
I'll
four
make
again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they'll be competitive again.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Like, they can put Arthurs in the centres, bring on Marin on the wing
Yeah,
for Herbie, and then the front
still got
row.
Oates,
they probably
don't
just
they?
need. They got Oates. I don't know if he's going to go another year. They signed him, but yeah, they'll find someone.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll be good. Top 4.
And then let's do some accountability. So Clive Church medal winner. H, who'd you say?
Clive went Dylan Edwards for a back-to-back.
Wasn't
I don't think it's bad.
wasn't the worst shout.
He was up there, probably an 8 out of 10 performance.
Yeah, pretty
300
good.
run meters, safe as houses.
I went Carrigan.
Carrigan.
He was good.
He was solid.
And until
that
he
era, before that era, like he was,
He was
good,
solid.
like really good.
But Ezra was going to get
Ezra
it.
was going to get it for Broncos.
Ezra was like a lock, suspended odds when he
Yeah.
scored that Hattie.
Yeah.
100%.
And I went Cleary, obviously. I said if Panthers win, it's going to the chin.
Mate, and the chin. it
He
went to
delivered.
the
The
chin.
won.
chin delivered.
There was no other options, really. the chin won easy.
First try, Mitch Kenny. Shout out to him. Was his second try of his 83-game career.
And you won't get an easy one for the rest
Won't
of
get
his
an
life.
No,
easy
no
one.
chance.
In a grand final.
No
but-
one will get an easy one in the grand final.
Yeah.
And
Just have to
then
dive on it.
the margin, I think I had Penrith by 12.
I had Penrith by 8, so 1 try off.
Brizzy by 1.
So you thought it was a close
You
one as well?
weren't too far off if like,
I know. Cleary
You were
missed
the
a
closest.
kick.
You was the
Margin.
closest, but you didn't get the right team.
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1 to 12 Panthers was always a good bet. What else, boys?
The final thing, the pre-game show, Tina Turner's tribute.
Yeah.
What did you think of it? Because I thought, like, I watched the Kiss. See, I'm in 2 minds because I watched the Kiss Grand Final at the
Unbelievable.
AFL. And that was one of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
Maybe it's recency bias, but they smashed it, and
But they always smash at the AFL.
they do, and they like Meatloaf. Ooh.
Meatloaf was questionable,
questionable.
but 90% of the time they get it
Kiss
right.
were 70 years old and still
Fucking
still
Gene
rocking.
Simmons,
Kiss
man.
is sick.
Kiss was good.
Yeah.
We had Tina Turner tribute, which was it's a mouthful, but
I
it was
think,
good.
I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
King of Stingray were good.
They were good. Halftime show, the choir boys were okay. But Tina Turner, I think they started slow. I think they picked a song that didn't cater to the
Yeah, they
neutrals.
started really slow. It was a bit off, and you're like, oh, okay, this is a bit. It's not the best.
But they nailed the Simply the Best.
yeah, the simply the best.
Nailed it.
Everyone can get around that.
They were playing the best moments of the grand final. You got the Greg Inglis goal, Jonathan Thurston
Thurston.
field goal. You got Teddy scoring under the post. It was just moment after moment. You're like, this is what the grand final pre-show needed to be.
It G'd us up.
It
Definitely.
did. So first half of it, not great. Second half,
They made
done.
up for it.
But apparently, it wasn't well liked with the fans.
No.
It wasn't well liked at all, especially after Kiss performed the day before
Yeah.
and smashed it at 7 years old. But I
don't
went
know, I
back
feel-
and
yeah.
I looked. Sorry, what do you want to say?
No, I was just going to say, yeah, I feel like the NRL have a history of stuffing this one up.
Well, they do it. So I was like, oh, I got to go back and see, have we ever got it right?
Yeah.
So they went through, and this was apparently the top 5 best grand final pre-game shows. So
Yeah.
Keith Urban 2020, I think that was one of the COVID years. So apparently he was good, well-polished performance.
Yeah, Keith's all right.
He's well known in Australia. I think
He is.
you got to pick someone that's well known by the oldies, the
Yeah.
middle,
Yeah, you
and
got
the
to
youth.
find that balance.
And they got to have at least a recent song, give
Yeah.
or take,
Yeah.
unless they have a banger. Jessica Mauboy, who was on Australian Idol 2014.
Everyone loves Jess.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Then you had Cold Chisel 2015.
Now we're cooking.
Now we're talking.
So that hit.
Now we're talking.
An NRL rock band, it hits.
Yeah.
Last year, I don't know if it was up there. It
had
was
Jimmy Barnes.
Jimmy Barnes. I mean, he was okay. He was,
was
good.
good.
He was good. He's what you want from
Yeah.
a rugby league performance.
Exactly.
My personal favourite, Macklemore. I think to get Macklemore, that's the
That
kind
was
of
a huge get.
that's a huge get. I
Yeah.
think it was controversy at the time because it was the yes and no gay marriage vote.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He was playing Same Love, and they were banning gay flags at the stadium because they didn't want to get it political. But Macklemore has
Smashed it.
hits, and they're well known. Thrift Shop, and then Billy Idol. So I was like, surely not Billy Idol, but they got Billy Idol, but it was often remembered because it never happened. Billy Idol was set to perform, but a power failure meant he couldn't take the stage, leading to one of the most memorable non-performances in NRL
my
history.
God. That's
Yeah.
cast.
Power outage.
That is so cast.
So that just sums up the NRL.
So imagine that you're sitting there, Billy Idol's going to come on and nothing. Everything
Yeah.
blacks out.
So what is the perfect rugby league performer before a grand final?
Fuck, the
Yeah,
perfect performer.
I was thinking like an
1-4.
ACDC.
Yeah, Akadaka.
1-4 for Penrith's three-peat will be fitting.
Yeah, but you're only
1-4,
catering for the Penrith audience.
yeah, it's got to be like
and the para was
Half the audience.
Cold Chisel.
No, but we're talking like the whole of NRL's watching, not just the grand
Yeah.
final, people at the grand final.
Okay, the whole of NRL.
Yeah, so you got to cater. So like, yeah, Jimmy's in the nail. Cold
Who are you
Chisel is
saying?
good.
ACDC.
AC.
ACDC will go off.
Bring
yeah.
back Pearl Jam or something.
Cold Jam.
Yeah.
Midnight Oil.
Midnight Oil. Fucking
Oh God.
one of the
Maybe Kid Leroy. Kid
Leroy,
Slap.
He might. I could see how he could probably
Red
I
hit
feel like you
Boy.
need a band though.
In a band.
to ban, or you need like someone that's eccentric and they get out there.
I'm not saying Kid Laura's.
What about get the Cast Patrol on for a pre-game potty?
See, that would probably be the worst option they could do.
We could G him up, give him a fridge, $11. I'd love it.
They wouldn't love it. Yeah, we'll move on. Australian squads announced.
Yep.
Are we going to go through each person? We're just going to talk about.
I think there's
Funny
the
ones in
only
there.
thing I want to talk about is Mao just picking Teddy as a fullback.
Yeah, okay, that's an odd one, eh?
No Ponga, no Walsh, no Edwards. Bit of a weird one.
Drinky's
not even
there
in
as
the-
well. No one got picked
Like not even in the squad.
in the 21-man squad. So you want another fullback?
Who's the backups for fullback? Are they saying that Cobbo might have a run there? Val
Hammer.
Holmes.
Holmes,
Hammer. Well, I just find weird that 2 years in a row, the two best players for the Dally M haven't been picked in the Australian squad. Nico misses out last year, and then this year, Callum Ponga doesn't get picked.
Yeah.
It's an odd one because your Dally
weird
M meant to
one.
be the best player.
Like, yes, Teddy's the captain. It makes sense. That's fair if you want to pick him fullback. But if he's injured, then you want to have the next best fullback there
Yeah.
in case.
So who would you,
Unless
who would you
they're
bring in?
injured or I
I'd
don't
pick
know.
the Dally M winner, Ponga. The way he finished that year is fucking, he's on.
Yeah.
He's the best, next best fullback. Walsh is there as well.
Walsh. Yeah. Edwards. Like.
There's a
I
few.
feel bad for Edwards. He's so safe. He's so good. He's won 3 comps in a row, 1 Clive, but he'll never get picked.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. Like the breadth of fullbacks that there is
Yeah.
out there is just.
And I think he's also scarred from, like, these people are scarred from just picking too many Penrith players like they saw at Origin.
Yeah.
They're just like, ooh, how many's too many? Speaking of Origin, Freddie Fittler's sacked.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
he quit,
Resigned.
apparently.
He quit.
He quit.
Resigned.
Quit.
Yeah.
Resign.
But
Good
it's
or-
good.
good
It's
or bad?
positive for the Blues.
Is it?
It's positive. We need a new start. Cleary needs to take control in Origin. I need to see it as a
Yeah.
Blues fan.
Yep.
And then you boys will be spewing Jim. We'll start singing.
It's sad
Aye, Aye,
because
Yippee or
Fittler
something.
started his Origin career as a coach with a bang, but then
Towards
just
the end,
yeah,
he just.
he
Just questionable selections.
so he was doing questionable stuff at the start,
Yeah.
but it was okay with the fans because it's what we needed
They
then.
want to change.
We want to change, and then now he did questionable stuff and we were losing. And it's
It was
like,
just like a bad relationship, man. You
Yeah.
know when you're in a bad relationship, you just like, fuck, it's not working.
They need
you
to
just
end
keep like you just keep.
Apparently
trying to
they
make it
offered him
work,
another year, but he
it's
wanted
just-
more.
It was dead.
But yeah,
and
he
like
needed to change.
yeah, like the relationship, he was trying to do nice things for the relationship. Hey, he's a Tavita Pang guy. He's the next
so
best
different, but
Yeah.
just wasn't
But
working.
the question
Nico
is,
Hines off the bench. You happy with that, honey? No.
the question
No,
is,
no,
who
no, no.
replaces him as Blues coach?
Well, I don't think we have anyone at the minute. They're talking about Ricky Stewart and Craig
About
Bellamy. One of them.
Tubes, Jeff Tuvey, is he?
Tubes or Badiris? I don't mind
Is
someone
he?
who's not currently coaching.
But it's not bad.
You know?
They definitely need someone that's been there, done that.
Joey
Yeah.
said he won't do it.
No.
No.
Matty Johns and Joey
Gould
Johns
said no
is
as well. Daddy Gould would be the best to bring Gould back.
He's not coming. He's lost it in terms of like his coaching. He just wants to be a director.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. He's done it. He's already done it.
Best up and coming team, would you say, Bulldogs?
Well, have you heard of the Bulldogs? Their,
Mate, I have.
their yarn that they're spinning.
Yeah, go for it.
So when Para won the comp, three-peat,
Yeah,
they finished it in 83, and then Dogs won 84. And then every 20 years, they win a comp. Every 10 years, they make a grand final.
yeah.
So 2014, make the grand final.
Lost to
So
South.
04.
Lost it. 04, they won it.
Yeah.
And then they reckon 2024, 20 years later, they're going to win it.
Mate.
Critter? Can Critter get a four-peat?
Taff.
Taff?
Mate, Taff's hot.
Like they have the players, but they didn't deliver this year. But hey, you never know.
They could be the Warriors of next year.
They could
They
be.
could be, but
who's beating
highly
Penrith?
doubted to win the comp.
The
we,
Bulldogs.
we talked about before our cast season 2 best bets.
Yep.
Let's get into it. So for those that don't know, I don't know how if you watch every week. We do a best bet every week. It's on our Dabble. We do it on our Instagram, and we compete every year. It starts from the week after the grand final,
Yep.
and it goes all the way to the grand final week. So 52 weeks, unless you get sin binned, you don't get a selection.
Yep.
Simbin's losing 3 in a row.
Yep.
Correct. And
So-
what was the punishment? You could lose 10 in a row.
It's
You get a tattoo.
back cast never lasts.
I had 8 in a row losses.
That's
I had 8.
I think I got to
Fuck.
7.
I won on my 9th.
How bad's the pressure, eh?
It's bad.
Oh,
I got through with New Orleans Saints $1.50.
Who was my 7th that got through?
It was a favourite at one of those
Was
tracks.
it Valley?
Well, we can probably check it on the stats.
we can probably
So-
check it. But what about the curse, boys? The 18th man curse.
So was
This was infamous. Like, everyone knew about it. No one wanted to be the 18th man. for
What
this
was the
reason.
streak in the worst streak they got? 18?
I think it was 18.
Yeah.
We can
18
we'll
losses
confirm
in a
it.
row.
We'll confirm it on a post.
We'll confirm. But in 4th place, minus 63.98% return on investment.
Yep.
18th man, congratulations.
Well done.
Very well done. 6 winners from 52 selections.
That's
6
bad.
from 52.
11% win rate.
That's very good.
Average
bad.
winning price $3.12.
Very
That
good.
is cool. So let's just go through and see who broke the curse again. NRL odd stats. Shout out to you.
Oh, with Warbrick.
Yes, he had the brick. That was crazy. Eh?
Brick.
That was nearly the curse. And
That
then
was.
Brick reversed it.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to 3rd place now. Minus 24.49%. Jimmy
Thank you.
dropped
Wow.
to 3rd.
What a
Thank you.
shock.
13 winners from 45 selections, only 28.8% win rate. Average winning odds 2.61.
Well, you won our competition last year,
I
Jimmy.
did.
Bit of a fall from grace, Jim. What happened?
It was a tough year. It was a tough year.
It's your chance to let it all out.
Tough year. That's all I've got to say. But
Do you think you
we'll
were
be back.
dudded by a curse or anything? Was there anything going on?
There was a few stiff losses in there.
Yeah.
I think that you just couldn't get the momentum. Like every time you tip one, the next week you just
Yeah.
something would happen.
And there
You
was
win
always
2
like a few horses that I had, and then I just picked the fucked one.
But you'd go for like 3-leggers as well.
No, but that was towards the end.
Yeah,
when I
towards
was
the
just
end, yeah.
trying to push.
no, at the start it
Yeah.
was just they just weren't hitting.
Yeah.
But
You
you,
got-
to be fair, you
I'll tell
did you do horses every single week?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair play.
I think
The
every
horses are
week.
tougher.
Yeah. Horses are tougher, but that is your choice. You can tip anything. So, in 2nd place, with a return on investment of negative 16.3, unbelievable, Michelangelo.
From the dead.
How'd you do it? Only 11 winners from 44 selections.
It's unbelievable because if you rewind the tapes to a year ago,
Yeah.
I was starting my 8 losses in a row streak, and that was bad. At the time, I hadn't picked a winner in 8. I was getting flogged.
Mate,
Left,
you're
right,
fucked.
centre.
Everyone say mixed cast, kick him off the
Kick him off.
podcast.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get back to back for so long. I went to Europe. I've come back and I've been refreshed.
Yeah.
I think I hit 5 of the last 9, and it was my EPL saviors. And I got close on one of them when it was $7.
One, Jared Bowen to
Yeah.
score
Bowen
and
scored
West Ham to
clean
win with a
sheet.
clean sheet.
So they redeemed it.
Oh.
They did.
They
And what
redeemed
happened
it
in
for
that
me.
game?
And then in the
They
90
conceded.
plus second minute, Luton scored.
Oh
and they've
my
only scored
God.
like before that 2 goals the whole
But
year.
yeah, you had a bit of luck with EPL. What was your one last week?
So that was probably the best one. That was because I did the maths. I was like, if I want to jump Jimmy, let's assume he loses.
Yeah.
I need around a $16 winner. And I went, all right, who's winning? West Ham, Newcastle, they're winning. Fuck, I need to juice it up. West Ham win to 0. They got the best defense. Newcastle win to clean sheet 0.
Yeah.
They won, and then it came down to Tottenham. And I got a bit of luck
That's an
there.
upset though against Liverpool.
It was an
90th
upset.
minute, wasn't it?
It was Liverpool copped 2 red cards.
That's fucked.
And not to mention, the most bullshit thing happened. I reckon it was a sign that wanted you to get rolled.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz scored a goal. It was onside.
Oh, what? Yeah, I think I heard.
It was onside, but then they always do a VAR. They had to do a VAR check, but the ref on field didn't give it a goal. Right? So when they checked it, it was a goal.
Right.
But the person watching the VAR thought that the ref said it was a goal. So he said, oh, no change.
Oh no way!
Yeah, so he said no change.
So he thought the ref said goal to start with.
Yes.
Oh,
so the ref
no.
didn't. The ref just kept the decision, which was no goal when it was a goal. In fact,
Imagine you got robbed by that.
Oh.
Wait, Liverpool.
Liverpool. So I
Oh,
should
so
have
you got
lost.
saved.
I got
You got
saved.
saved.
So you
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
have won. So Jimmy's second.
No, I'm second. So I avoided coming
Wow.
last. So that's 2 years in a row that I've finished second between us 3.
Yeah.
So hey, you know what? I'll take
Hey,
it. It's
well,
not last. but I
Second's the
haven't won.
first loser. You know, no one remembers second.
No, they
So-
remember as last. So
Yeah,
it
so
depends.
Yeah.
you got to win next year, Mick. In first place, there was no doubt about this one, boys. Plus 28.64%. Roy, myself, I came back from the wooden spoon. Fucking, I don't know how I
mate.
did it, but I started strong and I maintained it. 21 winners from 47 selections, 44% win streak, average win of $2.88.
You did well. You just kept the momentum up.
There was that one
I
thing that
started
you got
strong,
up though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
let
that
me
one bet?
find what was the big one. So the first one, I started with a $2 winner, then a $4 winner, 4 losses, heaps of $2 winners, more $2 winners. There was this one. Here we go. This $5 one. Graham Cobbo Sevo, $5. That helps. There was this one. AJ Raiders Broncos -6, also $5. But this was the one I loved. $9.43. Herbie
was the
Code
one.
Sago.
Yeah.
That was the
was
one
the
just
one.
like fucking boosted the Roy, and it was like it
Yeah.
was game over.
It was game over.
Nah,
after
fair
that.
play to you. You done well. We'll get you a trophy. Put both your names on it for
Beautiful.
your respective years. We're not doing best bets this week. I think we're going to change up how we do this best bets thing.
Maybe we got to do like a safe bet and a multi each.
Yeah,
Change
maybe
it up.
maybe no more multis for like a best bet. Maybe just a single.
Yeah.
It forces
Yeah.
us to be like a bit more creative. I think at times we're doing $1.50 into $1.50 just to
Just to get those odds.
just to get a
Yeah,
bit of
yeah.
odds. And it's a bit confusing. Now at least we ride home one thing, maybe a multi. Maybe we shorten the season. I don't know. We're gonna
We'll
work
see.
it out.
We'll think about it
yeah,
and
a bit
we'll
of
figure it
time.
out.
Yeah.
But boys, before we jump into our spring carnival horses to follow,
Yep.
I think we got to do some accountability
Yep.
because we talk a lot of shit in this podcast.
We do.
But
We
let's
do.
go back and see our rookies, coach of the year predictions, and see how we went.
Premiership predictions.
I haven't checked them yet, so they're probably fucked. Let's have a look. Let's start with premiership predictions.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, do you want to read them out?
So age went Penrith.
Yo, good
Well done.
start.
Well
good
done.
start.
I went the Chooks and Mick went South
It like South wasn't bad until we capitulated.
until we went
Yeah,
back.
we're
Like
good
Roosters
halfway
were
through the year.
gone,
Roosters the opposite. They were gone and they made a late charge.
and they came back. So
So 1 out of 3 of us got it. That's a good
well done,
start.
age. The least wins. You went Dolphins.
I went Finns. I thought they proved me wrong. Congrats
Yeah.
to the Finns.
Well, remember at one point the bet that you had with the Dolphins
Yeah,
is
well, I
they
had-
finished the top
If they
8.
make top 8, I'll go out in a dolphin
Yeah.
costume clubbing. So I was death riding him for that reason.
And then me and Mick went Dragons for that one.
Yeah, that
we
was
were
close. Only
very close.
One win off, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Top 8 Smoky.
Here we
Mick?
go.
Manly. Oh no, sorry. Age went Manly.
Ooh, not good.
Not good.
Nah.
Mick went
Turbo's
the Raiders.
injury.
I liked the Raiders. Thank God they
Yeah.
just snuck in.
They were tough.
They were
Tough.
good.
Tough.
Well done.
Just got in. That's
And I
good.
went the Tigers.
Ooh. What were Raiders paying to make the 8?
$2.
Okay, double your money.
Not
and,
that much of a smoky, but it was okay.
And Tigers, what were they paying?
$4.
Should have been 40.
Should have been $1 million.
Jesus.
But
You on the bus, the Tigers
bus
bus.
never left.
It
Broke
didn't-
down at the depot. Never
That's
left.
it.
Dalian winner. Age Nathan Cleary.
I meant Clive.
Right.
Right. Like you meant Norm Proven the other week.
I went Tedesco and Mick
No
went
good.
Latrell.
Trill mid. Nah.
Nah.
Kalen Ponga.
Never fired this year.
Nah. Rookie of the year. Age Taruva.
There we go.
Fair play.
Yep. Had him in my draft team, so I was
Yep.
all over him.
I went Lofty Khan Pereira. Didn't get nommed, but
Should have been
He was
but-
close.
Yeah,
should have been
close.
there.
He was close.
And then Mick, you went Asai Katoa.
He just didn't fire like I thought he would.
Didn't play at the start of the year. Had to work his way into the team.
Yeah,
and then
In
they were
and
going
out.
bad.
Then they put Milf in for a bit. It was
just-
all right. It was a
He
sound.
was good.
Sound
he just,
debut year.
yeah. So who was it? Taruva in the end. So you got it. But real one was Jacob Preston, which we didn't even know who he was until he started debuting
Exactly.
a few rounds in.
Yeah.
Legit.
Coach of the year, age JD.
Ooh.
No.
First half of the year, yeah, he probably had it, and then everything hit the fan.
I went Bellamy, which
Not bad.
Not bad.
Top 4.
top 4.
Wasn't the coach of the year or close.
Nah. And then Mick went Todd Payton. It's
Oh,
like a
yeah,
rogue one.
That's a blunder.
I don't know.
That's
was
rogue.
What happened there?
In hindsight, him getting back-to-back coaches of the year, now knowing it's all about improvement, that was a bad pick. And
Yeah.
rightfully so, they didn't do anything this year, poor cows.
Yeah. Cows
So
and cast.
we'll do them
We
again
said it,
next
second
year.
year syndrome.
We'll do them again next year.
Yeah, we'll do it again next year. Hopefully we get a few more.
Do better than what we did. Anyway, Spring Carnival, it's time. Horses to follow. So we're going to review the weekend that was and then go into the weekend preview. So
Let's do it.
horses to follow, Ramwick, race 7. We're going to follow 2 horses. Think About It and Hawaii 5-0. Huge win, Think About It. First up, it's going to get better this prep. Everest, thank you very much. Hawaii 5-0, also looking for an Everest slot. Huge run from the back. I thought he beat us.
Just on the line.
We were on Think About It. I thought he rolled us, but
Yeah, I thought it lost as well.
just got our head
How
down.
many Everest slots are left? Do you know? Handful?
I can't tell you. I can
Handful.
tell you.
Yeah.
Probably like 3.
Yeah, not
maybe
many.
4. Espione just got one.
Nice.
Race 8, Kovalika, very good in defeat. Few more strides, he probably wins. Didn't have a lot of luck in the straight, so follow him. And race 9, Airman.
Wow.
Impressive win.
Brained him.
Keep
Zachy
following.
Lloyd on board.
Zachy
We
Lloyd.
gave him a message. Great ride. He's like, cheers, legends, straight away.
Good man, Zachy Lloyd. Impressive win. Keep following this prep. Sandown, 2 horses. Race 3, Hedged. Put a gap on them. Looks progressive. Follow this prep. And race 7, Ain't No Deal Done. Back-to-back wins now this prep. Strong to the line. Look out where he goes next. Now, the weekend preview. So this Saturday, Turnbull Stakes Group 1. Romantic Warrior first up. Hong Kong horse. J-Mac on.
Will it jump as favourite?
Probably get even money. So can't wait for that. Bart Cummings, always a good form race for the Cups coming up. Caulfield and Melbourne Cup. So watch out for that race. Danehill Stakes. I'm Unstoppable is running. So that was a horse to follow from a few weeks ago. That'll be a good race for the 3-year-olds. And then the Edward Manifold, good 3-year-old fillies race. We had Poifect as a horse to follow last potty. So watch her go around. And then in Sydney, the Roman Consul, Cashy's mate, Osmosis, is back. So we'll see if he's the real deal or not. On
What about
Saturday.
Cashy's non-mate, Amelia's Jewel, who he's
mate.
been death riding?
He has been.
She absolutely brained him.
Broke the track record.
Broke the track record at Mooney.
So I'll be interested to see what
So Cashy's eating his hat there.
Cash has to say. So yeah, that is the weekend review and preview. So
Lovely
Watch out.
work, Jim.
watch out for next week.
We'll be jumping on those horses you've recommended there. What about some listener questions, boys? We got a
We'll
few.
finish strong. Listener questions.
A few listener questions come in. First one, Nathan Makevsky. How do you think South Sydney will go in 2024?
I think better than this year. You always got to be optimistic, especially with the roster that we have.
Yeah.
It's just about getting that consistency going. South, I think, for the last, I don't know, five years, just not been consistent enough. Just in and out of games, losing to teams that you have to beat, and delivering the next week a fucking upset to the Penrith or something. So
Yeah, I think we're in for another top 8 finish. I think Latrell not
another
playing.
like this year.
Yeah, we should have actually. I actually thought we made it for a second. I don't know how we
No,
did
it was that bad of a
That's
year.
how bad it is. I thought we made it.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's bad.
That's bad.
It wasn't a nightmare.
So top 8.
I think top 8 this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Next
Top
year.
8's.
Mitchell's being rested for Kangaroos, so he's not playing that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Give him time to get fit in the off season. Rest his body. Same with Campbell Graham.
Jack Wyden also
Jack
comes
Wyden's
in,
coming
new
back.
signing.
So yeah, I think it's positive for South.
They'll
Only
have,
go up.
Yeah. Can't
How
go
do you
any
think
worse.
we'll go?
I think top 8 is probably like a lock, I'd say. But I think you probably strive for like, in the final somewhere. Be competitive, I think.
I think the where we're going to go good and bad will be our back line. What JD goes with.
Yeah.
And
It'll be interesting.
I don't even know. We have like so many centers. We got Tass, Wyden,
You got fucking
Campbell.
Dino knocking down the
Then we
door.
got Dean Illis in the halves.
Yeah.
What do we do? We got Munro coming on the wing.
Yeah.
Milne's there as well.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, Footy Dean, mate. Big shout out to him. Won the New South Wales Cup Player of the Year.
Mate, he's
won the
knocking
New South Wales
on the
Cup.
door.
Won
Banging
the
on
state
the door.
champions. Mate,
Banging.
he's knocking it down.
He is.
It's good that our reserves are winning, so it helps.
Yeah, definitely helps us for next year.
100%. Next question. At Nashia Wiley. If Nathan Cleary didn't get the Clive, who would have gotten it?
Ma'am?
Man would have got in a losing team.
You reckon?
He was $1.05 live bet when he scored that Hattie to get it.
Well, there you
So
go.
he was like a lock. He was incredible.
Well, you reckon they would have given it to Mam?
Yeah. If Panthers still won,
But
but
it
it depends like how they win.
how'd
Yeah,
they
yeah.
win?
Like who did it?
Let's say that scoreline happened. Cleary wasn't the player he was, and it was
Man was the
shared.
next best.
Ma'am or Stephen Crichton maybe.
Or
Yeah,
Leota.
Critter, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Crichton
Yeah.
was massive with those forced dropouts, and then that try to
Yeah.
pretty much
Slam
get him
dunk
back.
try.
That was very good.
Very good. Next one. At Best Sport 2.0. Is Cleary now the GOAT 7?
Greatest of all time 7 is a big call.
I'm going to say no. As remarkable as it was,
Not yet.
he has to dominate Origin. And if it doesn't do that, at least win a Dally M.
Yeah.
To be the greatest of all time.
He's definitely fucking
You know?
pushing for it.
To overtake Joey
Yeah.
first and all that.
He's not there yet, though.
But he's 25.
But if he does it for another, yeah, that's right. If he does it for
25.
another 10 years,
Oh, mate.
fair play.
Yeah.
There you go.
Turn it
Yeah.
off.
For sure. Next one. At Rosie Fadul. Will Brisbane's loss result in a villain arc like Melb's for Penrith 2020?
Ooh. I don't see why it can't. They've got the team, young squad, as we mentioned.
They just lose a few good
They
players.
lose a few good players, but so do Penrith. Penrith, you lose Critter,
Yeah.
Lenu.
Huge.
So you could argue Critter and Lenu is the same as Herbie and Flegler.
Give or
Yeah,
take.
even
Give
out.
or take. Maybe Herbie's a bit better with Flegler.
Yeah.
But
But
still,
yeah.
yeah, I reckon they can do it.
Being maybe the new rivalry.
It's a big rivalry now.
It's fucking heated.
it
during
was
the game.
heated.
Last question for this week. At Patrick.Hingerty. Was 2023 comeback greater than 2015?
Ooh.
Well, it was the biggest comeback of NRL Grand Final
I think
history.
it was a better comeback just because 16 points, 20 minutes to go. But I think the Cowboys one was more impossible comeback.
That was
that
just
makes sense.
last second.
because there's one more play in that.
Like, that was it.
And the way they did it, it came from nothing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like it was a set play out the
Nah.
back. It was like
Running backwards.
Thurston had to pass to Morgan, and Morgan's like, "Do I kick or do I run?"
How
And
good was
just
Morgan's like dummy and just flick out? Oh.
Unbelievable.
that Cleary try will be like that Felt try where they just show it on
Yeah.
repeat. Now.
Oh.
It's
On
iconic,
repeat.
like the Greg Inglis goal, and like it's just
Yeah,
on repeat.
Or
that's-
even Leota in slow-mo with the big fridge running. And he doesn't want to put it down. He wants to go under the post and risk it.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit.
That's fair.
He was always scoring.
Bit of housekeeping as well. If you want to purchase those league lids, I was wearing an Auckland Warriors hat last week.
Yep.
It's in the bio below. It's in our link tree. You get 10% off if you use the code CAST or CAST Patrol, whichever one you want to use. They both
They're
get
sick,
10%
those
off.
hats.
Very sick.
Fuck. I don't
And
wear
they're
hats,
released-
but I put them on.
And they're releasing new teams in the off season. So you got your Souths coming, Eels, Para,
Eels and Para. Two separate ones.
Yeah, two separate ones. Penrith in there. Yeah, it's going to be good.
hectic.
Yeah, check 'em
And
out.
everyone's asking, is there going to be a podcast next week after the NRL season's over? Of course.
There is going to be a podcast.
We're gonna
We
shop
might
every
take a
week.
break over Christmas, but we're going to be there next week.
We'll be
And
there.
we're going to try and get some special guests to you guys. NRL players, influencers. There's a lot coming in
Content
the
creators,
Castro world.
bit of different thing. We're just trying to mix
Yeah.
it up in the off season. You know, I think everyone got a bit tired of the NRL.
Yeah.
every single week. So,
So it's gonna
mix
be-
it up.
It'll be a good
Yeah,
break.
and then come
Yeah.
back in March, fit and firing for the NRL season.
Yeah,
We're
and
back at
it's
it again.
officially off season, boys. So
It is.
Oh,
the
it's
off-season.
let's
good.
enjoy it.
I think we've got to thank him for a big year supporting us in the
100%.
NRL. Our first full season of NRL.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you to patrollers. We appreciate all your support, tuning in, commenting, messaging
Unbelievable.
us, everything you do for us. We wouldn't be here without you.
That's it.
It definitely does go a long way because
100%.
we show up every week because we know people are listening and
People
we like
listen.
doing
People
it.
love our content.
Yeah.
Like, I like speaking to you boys, but I wouldn't be speaking to you boys every week if it wasn't for the listeners. Okay?
No,
Exactly.
I agree.
You're not that good.
Exactly.
So thank you, patrollers. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. See you
Beautiful.
guys.
See you guys.